It was a cool October night when 5 friends, Adil, Sanaa, Rida, Farhan, and Bilal, gathered around a bonfire near the edge of their small town. They often met here to share stories and gossip, but tonight was different. They were discussing the town's darkest secret, the Whispering Mansion. Rumors had circulated for years about the abandoned house on the hill. Some said it was cursed. Others claimed to hear whispers at night from within its walls. No one in town dared to go near it after a string of mysterious disappearances decades ago. You all talk about the mansion, but no one has the guts to actually go there, Adil teased, poking at the fire with a stick. Rida, the boldest of the group, smirked. I'm not scared. Why don't we make it interesting? Let's go inside the mansion. Whoever stays the longest wins. Farhan shifted nervously. People say the house is haunted. What if it's true? Don't tell me you believe in ghosts, scoffed Bilal. Sanaa, who was usually quiet, suddenly spoke up. What if the stories are real? Some things are better left alone. But Rida had already made up her mind. What's life without a little adventure? She said with a mischievous grin. Or are you all cowards? Unable to resist the challenge, they agreed to meet at the mansion at midnight. The clock struck midnight as the 5 friends stood before the Whispering Mansion. Moonlight bathed the decaying structure in an eerie glow. The windows, covered in dust and grime, looked like empty, soulless eyes staring down at them. Vines crept up the walls, and the gate hung awkwardly, as if someone had left in a hurry long ago. With a loud creak, they pushed open the rusty gate and walked up the stone steps. The old wooden door groaned as Adil gave it a hard shove, revealing a dimly lit hallway. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and the air smelled of mold and forgotten memories. All right, let's split up, Rida suggested, pulling out her flashlight. We'll meet back here in an hour. Are you serious? Sanaa whispered, her voice trembling slightly. Why do we need to split up? Because that's the rule, Rida said with a smirk. Unless you're too scared, of course. Reluctantly, they agreed and ventured into different parts of the mansion. Farhan walked down a narrow corridor, his flashlight beam flickering. The wallpaper peeled off the walls, revealing strange symbols scratched underneath. As he reached the end of the hallway, he heard it, a soft whisper, like a voice calling his name. He froze. Who's there? He called, but only silence answered. His heart pounded, and he turned back, deciding it wasn't worth the dare. But the moment he turned, he saw a fleeting shadow dart past him. His flashlight flickered again, then went out. In another part of the house, Rida found herself in what seemed to be an old library. Dust-covered books lined the shelves, and an ancient chandelier swayed gently above her. She pulled out a large book, intrigued by the strange symbols on its cover. As she opened it, she felt a chill run down her spine. The words inside seemed to move, rearranging themselves into whispers. Leave before it's too late. Rida laughed nervously. What a joke, she muttered, but deep down, a sliver of fear began to creep into her heart. Meanwhile, Adil entered a grand dining room. The long table in the center was covered with rotting food, as if a feast had been abandoned long ago. As he stepped closer, he noticed something unsettling. The candles on the table were still burning. Guys, this isn't funny, Adil whispered, stepping back cautiously. The air grew colder, and the flames flickered violently, as if responding to his fear. Suddenly, he heard faint footsteps behind him. When he turned around, there was no one there,